In the operation of a biodiesel plant, a proper identification and placement of various instruments play a crucial role in ensuring efficient and reliable production. The plant is equipped with several instruments, such as an actuator valve that controls material flow, a temperature gauge that monitors process temperature, an RTD, which is a resistant temperature detector that provides accurate temperature measurement, a centrifugal pump that moves materials through the system, a level transmitter that measures material level in tanks, a temperature control valve that regulates temperature within the system, a pressure transmitter that measures system pressure, and lastly, a pressure gauge that provides visual pressure indication. Starting at the ground floor, the first instrument encountered is an actuator valve. We also found a temperature gauge. Further down the pipeline, an RTD is installed, and at the bottom of the pipeline, a centrifugal pump is situated. Moving to the first floor, a level transmitter is found, and there are also a temperature control valve located on the first floor. Lastly, a pressure transmitter and a pressure gauge are found on the second floor.
Hello, my name is Eric Benjil. Today I'm going to explain about experiment 2, which is transfer fluid from T209 to VE203. As you can see here, you can see the tank and then the vessel and the tank. So the first thing we need to do is to make sure the people in the plant do line tracing, and then to make sure they open all the manual valve, and then for the people in the control room, all they need to do is just open AV237 and AV236 and then the pump for 203A. So the next step is for the pump. So since the pump cannot run automatically, so we have to manually open it through here, and then we have to confirm with the people in the plant to get confirmation that the pump is running. Okay, since we already achieved our first objective, which is transfer fluid from T209 to VE203, the next objective is to transfer from oil from VE203 to tank 209 with open loop. So the process is basically all the same. Is that we just to make sure that all the manual valves are open, and then all the people in the plant do line tracing and everything. So for the SCADA system, we need to open two actuator valve, which is AV237 and then AV236 to allow transfer fluid to flow. Then we need to make sure the pump is open as well. This pump to P203A. So as for experiment 2, this one is the situation in plant. First of all is we need to open this manual valve. There's two manual valves we need to open, which is this one and then this one. And then we need to follow the flow, which is from here to here. Then we need to open this one more manual valve here, and the flow will continue on until here, VE203. So for the line tracing, goes from here to here. Then we will continue to upstairs. Then we'll continue on until here. Then we need to continue until upstairs. So as for here, we need to open two more manual valves, which is this one and then this one. Liquid will flow from here to here, here, and into the vessel. This vessel. Okay. And then the same procedure goes for the second objective, which is from this vessel, VE203 to T209.
Firstly, divide the group into two teams, one at the plant and another at the control room. Then, the plant team will do line tracing for steam line from boiler room to the 4-bar steam header. At the 4-bar steam header, there will be a manual valve that need to be opened to allow the steam flow through the pipeline. Then, plant team continue to do line tracing to VE203. This line tracing is gimmick, which is it is similar to the experiment one, where we were given a task to do line tracing to recognize the instrumentation equipment at the plant biodiesel. As you can see, this is the pipeline that will provide steam into VE203. At the pipeline system, there will a control valve that will control the steam. It can be regulated manually and automatically using SCADA system. To regulate the control valve manually, we can use current injector, which is similar to our experiment 4. After done doing line tracing, open the manual valve at 4-bar steam header and adjust the valve to set 4-bar PSI at pressure gauge. Then open the manual valve at the vessel 203. After that, control room team will open the control valve TV203 and control valve AV2396 by using SCADA system to let the stream flow into the vessel. Then, set the set point of the temperature to the 40 degrees Celsius at the TIC 203. Plant team will observe the opening at the temperature control valve after the set point has been set. Then, open the mixture 203 to make sure the heat will spread in the vessel wisely. Overall of this heating process, it has the same concept of the experiment 2 to transfer fluid from T209 to VE203, which is overall of the procedure are similar to each other, which is by doing the line tracing and how to use SCADA system.
5. Correct use of multimeter test. This experiment provide complete knowledge on the proper use of multimeter. So for the equipment, we have analog multimeter, digital multimeter, cable, and next we have battery and resistor. The procedure of measuring voltage using analog multimeter. For the first time, set the multimeter to the DC voltage with the suitable range. For the next step, touch the black probe to the negative terminal of the battery and the red probe to the positive terminal of the battery. For the final step, observe the voltage reading on the display of the multimeter. Procedure: measuring voltage using digital multimeter. For the first step, set the multimeter to measure voltage mode. Second step, touch the black probe to the negative terminal of the battery and the red probe to the positive terminal of the battery. Next step, observe the voltage reading on the digital display of the multimeter. For the second task, measure resistance using analog multimeter. For the first procedure, set the selection knob to ohm panel. And next, using cable, the probe tips connected to the resistor. For the final procedure, read the result on the line. Next, measure resistance using digital multimeter. For the first step, set the selection knob to resistance. Second step, the probe tips connect to the resistor. For the last step, read the reading on screen. For experiment 5, have a similarity between experiment 4, which is experiment 5 and experiment 4. Both tools are used in diagnosis procedure to identify fault or verify proper operation of electrical components.